Ed, and Eddy went to see a Yeti. They jumped in their van, and it was a trash can. They thought they could see no more. Then they met a door.
Better than anything you can get without a prescription.
Welcome back to Orange Asphalt. I'm Josh.
I'm Nathan.
And you're watching Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped on ARCADUO. A few episodes ago, I asked you guys to add to our CLUELESS series. And this is where we talk to you cluelessly about franchises and such. We've done Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, and Rick and Morty. These are things that we have no idea, but we act like we do. We totally have an idea. So we asked you guys to comment down below. Son of a... What would you like us to talk about next?
And you guys replied. Corbin Haskins says to talk about the early 2000s cartoon Ed, and Eddy.
Oh, Ed, and Eddy?
Yes, what can you tell us about Ed, and Eddy? The show that you always woke up Saturday morning with that bowl of Cheerios to see Ed, and Eddy. Tell me about that.
Everyone knows I love Cheerios. Honey nut. Whole grain kind, you know. I don't care if the... Ed, and Eddy. Well, obviously it's about three dudes. These three were always thought of as triplets when they're actually coming from three different backgrounds.
So they're not related then?
No, they aren't related at all. Can you imagine a parent calling all three of their children the same name? They banded because they were all weird. They banded because nobody else liked them. Because in the town they live, everybody with the name Ed, some iteration of it, was deemed unsavory. And this is the town they grew up in non-Edsville. Because, you know, everybody hates the Eds there. Eds are no good in non-Edsville. So they said. I don't agree. I love Eds. If your name's Ed, you're an Ed. You know what I mean?
Dang, so their parents called them Ed, and Eddy, knowing that they were in a town where nobody cared about
they all
Eds.
moved there later.
Oh, they moved there later. Now, how old are they? Are we talking that they're teenagers or out of college or adults? How old are these Ed, and Eddys?
Oh, they're like 23, 21, 22, and 23.
So they're roommates in college?
No, they're the prime age for the non-Ed town people to start killing them.
Oh.
Yeah, they go to the Ed chamber.
Oh, this
where no Eds come back.
Wow, so this is a story about Ed and Eddy in non-Edsville, and they're trying to fight for their survival.
Yeah.
Or are they trying to escape the town?
Well, see, non-Edsville actually isn't a town, it's a concentration camp town.
Oh.
Because that's run by the people for the people, but their previous dictator's name was Ed. So then and Ed, you know, as most of those crazy people do, was trying to kill everybody whose name wasn't Ed. So when the people revolted, they foolishly said, since he was horrible, let's kind of do the same thing. And so then they're like, let's kill everybody whose name is Ed. And that's the story of Ed, and Eddy. Three fugitives on the run for their life. Will they find love? Will they find happiness? Will they survive? It's up to you to know and us to find out. Tune in next week for another riveting episode of Ed, and Eddy.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like mystery mixed with intrigue, mixed with death and survival. It's the show for kids. That was crazy. And, you know, who wouldn't love that?
Dang, yeah, I must have missed out missing that.
I don't
So what channel did it play on?
Channel 5. The best channel. The kids channel on Channel 5.
The PBS channel?
Was that on 5?
I forget which one PBS was on.
Is it different depending on where you are, depending on what channel is what?
That is a very good question. So, like, for Cartoon Network, does everyone around the world or around the country
around the world
get it like that? The pressure's on. The pressure's on. Here we go.
The power of Ed, and Ed. Yes!
I
did it.
We don't need to come back next week. Ed, Ed, and Eddy escaped.
Yay. What about you? I know it has nothing to do with that. I'm going to come clean. I know it has nothing to do with
I'm going to
that.
ask you this, though. How do you spell Ed, Ed, and Eddy?
The first one is 1D. The second one is 2 Ds.
Yeah.
The third one is 2 Ds and a Y.
Is it a Y?
Yes.
I feel like you were going to say I searched that up.
No, well, I remember it in my brain. And 2, the thing you always say is, if the name ends in a Y,
Yeah.
it's a man. If it ends in IE, it's typically a woman.
That is actually true. That
So,
is, yeah,
you
what
know.
some person told me.
Flaming passion. Ooh. I think it's just about 3 college dropouts who smoke too much pot and they live in a junkyard.
Oh.
And they live in a junkyard. Because all the images I remember, I swear they were sitting on like abandoned cars or something.
You know, that sounds pretty much like the images I've seen. So that sounds like that could actually work.
3 guys.
I don't know about college.
Smoking too much pot.
I'm thinking high school.
Well, high school dropout, should have gone to college and they're not. So fresh out of high school.
Wait, how could they... So you're telling me they were just about to graduate and they dropped out?
No, I'm telling you that it's been years since they dropped out. So they dropped out at 16, but the show takes place when they're 18.
Ah.
Yeah, did you see me just fly across
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's what it's about. But, you know, since it was a kid's show, they couldn't tell you that they were smoking pot, so they just said, like, hey, man, this is the voice of Ed. Hey, man, did you get the quinarfles? And this is Ed, and he's like, yes, I got all the quinarfles. And then Eddie's like, I'll flip. Like he doesn't talk, he just goes, he just laughs.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I'm actually starting to believe you.
Good, because it's the truth.
Except for the drugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't take actual drugs. It was kid-friendly drugs.
So what are...
Quinarfles.
Yeah, but what did these Quinarfles do when they took them? I'm assuming they ate it.
Funny. And for all the kids to enjoy. It made them think that they were good looking to the ladies, and then at the end it showed the reality that all the ladies weren't going with them, but they were, I don't know, hanging out with monkeys instead. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And then the kids are like, ah, ha, 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 that's funny.
So it's kind of like that one scene in Good Dinosaur.
What? What scene in oh my gosh, when they trip acid?
Yes!
I did not like that scene. I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Like, I saw that before I saw Good Dinosaur. I saw that image in the sidebar.
I saw a GIF.
I saw an image in the sidebar, and I'm like, what the heck is that? This has to be some YTP. Man.
Yeah, this is some quality YouTube poop right here.
It has to be. It has to be. And then I watched the movie, and I'm like, holy
Yeah, it's in the movie. Who would have thought, dude?
Dang, you just had a kid dinosaur and an even younger kid human tripping acid.
That was just... I did not know what to think. Like, I was busy thinking, for the memes, this is great.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, I said I was disturbed, man.
Woo.
Completely disturbed. So, you know, that makes sense with Ed, Ed, and Eddy. You believe me, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you watch a show about that?
I don't know. Well, it's 3 guys always eating weird candies and seeing hallucinations.
I was thinking they were fruit. Or like chews. Not like candy.
Oh, well, okay. Got it, yeah.
They hang out with Beavis and Butthead.
Oh.
Just for the heck of it. Because originally when I was doing the voices of Ed and Eddy, I was about to make this. I'm like... And I was like, oh wait, no, I can't do that. Then people will know that I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I think I have to do that earlier.
There's one of them, I can't remember what he looks like. I think Ed, he's short, and he's got like a beanie. He looks like Papa Rappa.
Oh yeah, Papa Rappa the Rappa.
Yeah.
I love that one.
So that's
he was my
Ed.
favorite. I thought that was Eddy.
That's Ed with the 1D.
Okay.
Ed with the double D, I don't know what he looks like. And then Eddy is the tall kid who's like...
Prematurely bald.
Yeah, prematurely bald. I think he's green.
No, he's yellow.
And,
they're all yellow, I think.
And he has like this like floppy...
Green?
Jacket, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now I think I remember Ed with a double D.
I'm pretty sure...
He looks like Roger, so he's got that like hair that's like... Whoosh, Roger from Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hair that like swishes.
I thought for crying out loud, I thought for sure one of them, or 2 of them had beanies. I thought one was short,
Yeah.
with a beanie, and then there was one that was tall and kind of like a
Yeah, that's
face.
probably Ed with the double D. But he probably has the Roger hair that's coming out of the beanie. Sideways.
You know, why don't you just search up an image now that we're kind of...
Now that we've kind of proved that we have no clue what we're talking about.
Yeah! Oh, okay, I'm gonna try and do it. Oh!
Ed.
Oh, I did.
Ed.
Oh, so stupid. There's so many things I can do in this game.
Yeah.
I forget all the things I can do.
Oh, dang! I forgot about that RPG.
Why?
You could just shoot the nitros?
Yep.
Dang, man.
Yep. Why was... No! Did you... I got caught on the wall! Ed, and Eddy went to see a Yeti. They jumped in their van, and it was a trash can. They thought they could see no more. Then they met a door. They walked through this door, and they saw a bean. What were they seen? It was Sean Bean. Sean Bean told them to go on a quest. He was mighty bereft. He didn't know what he had saw, but then he saw the miter's maw. He grabbed the fruit and tooted his toot. And then everybody sat and said, boot. When in doubt, you gotta just Dr. Seuss it, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Dr. Seuss for days. Dr. Seuss knows what he's doing. Or he knew what he did.
So is he dead? Have we answered that question?
Oh, yeah, he's been dead for years.
Oh, okay.
Rest in peace. What a swell guy. His name wasn't even Seuss.
What was it?
I don't
Gerald?
know. No, it's just it wasn't pronounced Seuss. It was like Swiss. Could have been Swiss for all I know.
So Dr. Swiss?
Or was he Swiss? I think he was Swedish. I don't know. Fact check me on that, internet. Lovely denizens of the internet. No, why? Why?
See, I was somewhat close.
Oh, gosh.
So he wasn't balding, but his hair is shaved.
Yeah,
like
the one I remember the most is the one with the unibrow. But that guy on that pink one, I have no recollection of him. And he's ugly.
Yeah, that's the Roger hair, though. Not red, but...
He is ugly. I know that's not politically correct and it's not very nice, but my gosh, he's ugly.
The problem is I still don't know which one's Ed, and Eddy.
He had too many knarfles, you know what I mean?
Oh, gosh.
He just narfed the knarf too much. I got der gem, I got der crystal.
Dang, you got everything?
I got everything.
Okay, I search up Ed, and Eddy, right? Yeah, and I get an image of some kid with a block of wood with a face on it. Can you explain this to me?
What does it say? Johnny and Plank.
Plank, yeah, and Plank.
Well, Johnny and Plank were from Ed, and Eddy, obviously.
Well, yeah, but...
Well, that's the crossover with the Rugrats. The main kid from the Rugrats got old, and he took too many drugs and hung out with Ed and Eddy too many times, and now he's like, Planky's my friend, blah 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 blah. Planky's my friend, and then they're like, oh, dude, this guy's funny, especially if you go on 5 narves. It's like, shut up, Eddy. That's my synopsis.
Where was I? Oh, yeah, we are out of time for today. That was a lot of fun talking about Ed, and Eddy. You'll have to join us next time for Mad Bombers. And yes, next time we will be talking about another show or thing that we have no clue about, but you guys suggested. So look forward to that. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. All the stuff you do to keep us talking about things that we have no clue about.
We totally do. Moral of the story is don't do the drugs, kids. And adults.
Watch this.
Unless your doctor prescribes it. Even then, just don't do it.